Beep, and we are live. Okay, back to the JP Morgan scandal. I don't know what you call it. The precious metal manipulations that I was talking about, especially the silver manipulations. Another article came out here on Zero Hedge, and this was a pretty good one because JP Morgan spoofer pleads guilty to gold manipulation, faces 11 years in jail. So this is a very interesting article, and you should read this. Again, it goes on about what's going on with the silver market, and if you look at the market, you can see that silver has stayed low, and so has gold stayed low when they shouldn't have. They should have been rising. Just like when you think about the quantitative easing that happened after 2008, where they were actively printing money and dumping it into the system, for every dollar that they printed devaluates the dollar that you own. So in turn, gold and silver should have gone up in price, not down in price. So when we look at the market and what it's done over the last, I don't know, 10 years or so, since say 2007, I think it went up for a little bit and then completely dropped out. So what we are looking at though is basically them manipulating the markets. And so this is telling us a whole bunch of information of how they did it and things like that. I'm just going to read this couple paragraphs here. Christian Trunz, I don't know if that's how you say his last name, another former JP Morgan metals trader, pleaded guilty on Tuesday to conspiracy into manipulating prices in the precious metals market as part of the U.S. government's continuing crackdown on bogus spoofing trades. Trunz, 34, admitted during a hearing in federal court in Brooklyn, New York, that he also used spoofing to manipulate precious metals prices and to extract a profit while he worked at Bear Stearns and JP Morgan's between 2007 and 2016. He pleaded guilty to in connection with a specific spoofing incident in June of 2016. While Trunz could face a maximum prison term as long as 135 months when U.S. District Judge Pamela Chen sentences him in February, he will likely get away with a fine and a warning never to rig the precious metal markets again. So as we just discussed last November, this is how Edmonds and his fellow precious metal trader at the bank, one of whom would turn out to be Trunz, spoofed the market. This trading strategy was admittedly intended to inject materially false and misleading liquidity and price information into the precious metal futures contract markets by placing the spoof orders in order to deceive other market participants about the existence of supply and demand. The spoof orders were designed to artificially move the price of precious metal futures contracts in a direction that was favorable to Edmonds and his co-conspirators at the bank, to the detriment of other market participants. In pleading guilty, Edmonds admitted that he learned this deceptive trading strategy from more senior traders at the bank. So who is he? Who are these people that were training him to do it? That they told him to do it? And he personally deployed this strategy hundreds of times with the knowledge and consent of his immediate supervisors. Again, so you had people who were telling him that he needed and were basically telling him to manipulate this. Like you can see the silver markets. And see, you don't see massive jumps like this, and you don't see massive drops like this. That's generally, because you think about like how much silver would you have to move this down that far. You're talking billions of, I don't even know if it's billions of ounces like to move them, to trade them, to sell them. And so this is all done on paper markets, derivatives, garbage, fake. Anyways, very good article. I think you guys would like the rest of this article. Just read the whole thing. But what I believe that we're gonna see is when they finally put these people in jail, all the people that's associated with JP Morgan and these people that are manipulating the precious metals, you're going to see silver just take leaps and bounds in prices. It's going to go way up. And right now, this is like an old, so if you were to look at silver markets right now, silver is up, since like kind of like all this stuff started coming out, silver's up like almost $2 an ounce, which is huge. But what you're going to end up seeing is you're probably going to see it take huge leaps and bounds here in the future. So it's kind of important to look at this stuff and see what you think about that. But if you are buying paper silver, I would definitely get out of the paper silver market, because it's worthless. If you're going to have silver, you need to have physical silver, or you got nothing. Anyways, that's all I wanted to speak about today on this topic. But I just, like I said, I want to educate you, because coming up, when this financial crisis starts kind of happening, there's going to be a few things that will have value, and silver is going to be one of those. Silver's going to be one, gold's going to be one, and they will always retain their value, whether they are extremely expensive or whatever. I don't know, whatever you want to think, but the price is not going to stay at $15 or $17 where it's at. It's going to skyrocket. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Please share my videos, because I was shadow banned over a year ago. I could tell you when I was shadow banned, and my views completely just went to 0. And I could tell you even the article or the video I put out, and it was talking about specific things, vaccines and autism and things like that, and my channel completely went to nothing. So thanks for watching. Please share my videos. I would appreciate it. Thanks.